Hey, what's up, guys? This is Brian from Mr. Status 74. I am in my local mall at a store called FYE, For Your Entertainment. It's been around for a really long time. There are a lot of these locations around. We know in retail malls are kind of dying. You can see a lot of clearance sales, things like that. One of the few stores that still have CDs and regular DVDs, but they've gotten by with T-shirts and a million of these toys. What is interesting though is they do have things that are current, a lot of anime. Again, music still, and you speakers, blankets, a lot of novelty things here. Interesting toys, things of that nature. And these aren't priced terrible. Where things do get pretty expensive is with a lot of the figures that they have. But as we've talked about in other videos, as Best Buy's Blu-ray situation has declined quite a bit, and Target and Walmart also having select titles and less as it seems the months go on. These kinds of stores have become your only option other than Amazon. The problem I do have though is the out of control pricing that these stores still have. Some really random DVDs here. They're still priced at, these are Blu-rays, these are kid stuff, but we come over to something like this, which is TV on DVD, and you got things like Godzilla on DVD for $74. Friends DVD, $150. They're not Blu-rays. Perry Mason, $30. I mean, these are just DVDs. These aren't even Blu-rays. And there was a Star Wars Blu-ray collection over there for like $150. So even though there are still options, the problem is when people do come in, they do walk around and say, holy crap, I'm not buying that. Here you have their used sections, but you do have things like Shin Godzilla. Yeah, it's a Blu-ray. It's $35. Now these are really marked down, but a lot of the things that you might come in and grab are still pretty expensive. We have Lord of the Rings DVD, $40. So I'm not saying they should go through here and reprice everything, but some of these prices are pretty out of control. And again, talk about retail dying, as whether they just don't stay with their pricing or don't really make it a priority. But somebody like me who spends a lot of money on movies sure as hell isn't going to come in here and buy anything. What is interesting is they do have a good selection of steelbooks, which again can be found on Amazon, but some pretty interesting titles. Thing, Gremlins, Halloween's, Salem's Lot, Shining. So if you're a big steelbook fan, they are at FYE, which is pretty cool for steelbooks. I'll pay for a steelbook, but they do have some markdown Blu-rays, which is pretty good. It's a good price for John Wick 2, but these are also used. Oh, actually, no, that's actually new. John Wick, $9.99, not bad. So some of their stuff is priced competitively. And then you come over here, and you can see that, where's that Star Wars? Where's that? That was, yeah, Star Wars over here. $60. So I think these places could do fine if they would just price accordingly. So I love to come into stores like this and actually see that there is a good selection left. Just make sure that they price things competitively and fairly. And you have CDs here for $15, for $30, mixed with Blu-ray speakers that are 19, or Bluetooth speakers I should say. So it's nice to see that they still have things here, but I just think they have to be a little bit more competitive in their pricing. Alien vs Predator. Ooh, look, they have all of them together. Actually, that is not bad. So FYE, check them out. They do have some really good deals in here somewhere. You just have to look for them. And if you do come across one of them that's pretty expensive, you can go up and ask them to maybe reconsider the price. Well, here's their 4K section. And the 4K section's pretty in line. I mean, you have some stuff here, $34. Billy Lynn's, that's a 60 FPS 4K Blu-ray, by the way. One of the few that's out there. Fade to Black, turn me on to that one. If you want to see what 4K at 60 is, that's the movie right there. But I mean, that's pretty expensive. For Christine, it's not bad. These are used though, also, by the way. So, but you can get used movies here. Everything's just kind of thrown together. So, you know, $26.99 for Sicario used. So I think retail really needs to kind of figure out what they're doing as far as their pricing. Again, it's hard to keep going back to it, but like you, I want these places to stay alive. And it's kind of hard to do that when you have, you know, pricing all over the place. And I can't expect them to go back in and reprice everything. But if you come into a store like this, you know, ask them if they'll, you know, take a DVD and what the price is. Maybe they should reprice them. It's nice to have things like this for collectors, but $129? So, all right, guys, FYE, check them out. Just be, you know, quick to check Amazon while you're here to see if the pricing is accurate. A lot of used movies, which are great, which is fine if they're priced correctly used. So, all right, guys, FYE, check them out. They're all over the country. A lot of fun gift ideas in here. A little expensive. Just check the pricing and see if they'll adjust some of the things if things seem to be pretty expensive. All right, guys. Thank you as always. Take care.